Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. It's our Arsenal versus Chelsea watch-along. Quick turnaround if you're a United stander, because we've just been live watching that game, and now we're here after the match reaction straight on to another one. So big one as well from a Manchester United point of view. I think probably this morning I wanted an Arsenal win, but our goal difference wasn't quite what I was expecting. So maybe the draw is the best performance, best result for United, because then we'll be into fifth clearly. But I think if we'd won 3 or 4-0, it would have worked for us. But team news in: Leno in goal for Arsenal with Bellerin, Socrates, Koscielny, Kolasinac, Torreira, Guendouzi, Xhaka, Ramsey, Aubameyang and Lacazette. Mesut Ozil makes it to the bench with Iwobi, Monreal and Lini, Maitland-Niles, Mustafi and Cech. So strong midfield from from Arsenal there, with Guendouzi, Xhaka and Torreira. Kepa in goal for Chelsea, Azpilicueta, Rudiger, Luis, Alonso, Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic plays, Pedro, Hazard, Willian. No place for Bilodi. It's Caballero, Christensen and Perdue, Emerson, Ross Barkley, Hudson, Bilodi and Giroud on the bench. So false 9 position for Hazard as they go with Pedro and Willian. And Kovacic was the third midfielder I was really looking forward to. Wondered who would play there. So no place for Barkley. He's gone with Kovacic, Jorginho and Kante, Torreira, Guendouzi and Xhaka. So we're about ready to go, which is really good. I've just realised something. Let me get that open as well, because Mad Marcus can't join me if Skype isn't open. So but how are we all doing? Have you seen? Right, okay, let me just drop that down there. If Chelsea win and then sign Higuain, do you still reckon United can get top 4? CSC on Roberts. Well, you're forgetting the Spurs factor, aren't you? Maybe Spurs are a realistic for both Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester United. Maybe they are a realistic target. Look, this game's going to be interesting. I would have liked to see United get a few more goals, so that even if Arsenal win, I mean, part of me thinks if Arsenal win, we're still joint with them anyway. Marcus, can you hear me?
Good evening. How are we doing?
We're good. I think we're good. We're fast paced, moving between one game to another, but I think this one's more relaxing than the last few minutes of that United game. It nearly went against us a little bit, but
yes, nearly went a bit tips up, didn't it?
It did.
But we got through it. Nevertheless, 3 points. Knowing that this game was kicking off at 5:30, I think the 3 points is pretty much most important. First half was okay, I think, from United. The second half, first 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and the second half was pretty decent. But then I gather we were under the cosh a bit towards the end. So good job to come away with 3 points. And Brighton are a tough team traditionally. We've had some pretty dodgy results against them as well in the last couple of seasons. 3 points is all that matters.
And I think also that's a very good point. Brighton don't normally get smashed by anybody, so they've done well. But we're off in this Arsenal game as well. I've got my pizza and whatever that is, so I will be munching away for the first bit. So get talking, Marcus, and have your say.
Yeah. So Chelsea unchanged, I think, from the Newcastle game. So I think Hazard, Willian and Pedro as the front three. I think that is possibly going to cause Arsenal's back three or back four, however they set up, a few problems today.
Here we go. Arsenal are in.
Yeah, they're in straight away.
Lacazette had a great chance there. What seconds are you on, Marcus? I'm on 53, 54. Yeah, of course. It's on BT, isn't it? I'm thinking about the Sky thing again.
Yeah. It's I'm literally about 20 seconds behind. So it's all right though. I pretty much get the gist of what's happening. But a great ball in down the right hand side there. David Luiz trying to play out from the back, didn't really work out, and Arsenal were in there.
Lacazette had a really good chance there.
Yeah. I mean, Arsenal looked as though they're really going for it straight from the off, and of course they need a positive result today. If they fall 9 points behind Chelsea with, I think it's about 16, 17 games to go, it's going to be a considerable gap for them to try and make up.
I've got Domino's pizza. I'm just eating my chicken bites first. So I never like eating when I'm live, but I literally have been live since 2 o'clock and will be till 7:30. So I will be eating, streaming. But
I've got to ask though, Mark, what do you have on your pizza?
Well, the evidence is there. I've got pineapple on my pizza. I like pineapple on my pizza. It's official.
Are you not one for chilies or like jalapenos or anything?
Oh, I don't mind. There's not much I wouldn't have on a pizza, to be honest. I don't like these sweet pizzas, but Arsenal started off very fast, though, Marcus, like you said, and
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
I do actually think Arsenal are going to win. By the way,
I think this is going to be a draw. I think possibly a 2-2 draw. Both sides have got good attackers going forward. Arsenal can leak goals. I mean, we've seen already from the first couple of minutes, Chelsea don't look all there at the back. Maybe not expecting Arsenal to start this fast. But, Arsenal definitely need a positive result here. Not sure who the ref is today. I think they said it was Anthony Taylor.
Yeah, it looks like Anthony Taylor.
But, I mean, Arsenal as well. The midfield three was Xhaka and Torreira. I mean, the young lad as well they brought in.
I like Guendouzi, but a lot of people just think he's shit. But I think the midfield battle is where this game will be won and lost, because Chelsea have obviously got Kante and Jorginho, very good players. Kovacic playing today. And then you've got Torreira, for me, the signing of the summer, Guendouzi and Xhaka. So it's going to be very physical in that battle, and that's where it's going to be all about.
Yeah, I mean, we all know about Kante. So it's going to be interesting to see how Kante...
That's it! Oh, what a miss! Oh. What a miss by Aubameyang. I thought Lacazette took too long to put the cross in, but he did put the cross in. And that's worse than Lingard this afternoon. That's dead central, and how a player of Aubameyang's quality misses this.
Yeah, just seeing it now. Oh, yeah, what a chance. What a chance.
I think the defender does really well to get back, and maybe it's a little bit behind Aubameyang. It should have been a corner, I think, but a player of his quality should be putting that away.
He should be putting that away, yeah. I mean, it comes down the right-hand side. I mean, I think it's Lacazette, isn't it, who puts the ball across the face of goal. But, I think
from a United point of view, this is such an interesting game, because obviously these are our two main rivals for top four. Yep. But on top of that, we're playing Arsenal next week, so what's interesting is the intensity Arsenal have started with. They're pressing right high up the pitch, so there might be some lessons for United next week.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Arsenal's, they are pushing up. They're probably about 5 or 10 yards from the halfway line. They're pushing up. It's a very high line for them. So you would hope next week with the FA Cup, Rashford, Martial, possibly Lingard if he starts, the pace of them three will be able to get in behind them. I think that's probably what Chelsea are going to have to rely on today, the pace of Hazard and Pedro and Willian.
Well, that was Chelsea's first foray into the Arsenal half, but Arsenal have got it clear.
But Kante just picking it up on the edge of Chelsea's half there to start off the counter-attack. There's going to be an interesting battle today, Kante and Guendouzi. Very interested to see how that turns out. As soon as Kante gets the ball, Guendouzi is on him straight away.
Arsenal FC's eating chicken and chips now. Well, I'm eating pizza, but you can't beat Saturday night takeaway. And I'm not talking about Ant and Deck.
I mean, a couple of feisty tackles going in as well in the opening exchanges. Good old-fashioned tackles in there. Good to see. Hopefully Anthony Taylor lets the game flow. But Arsenal, I mean, they're using as well, the first 6 minutes, Arsenal using this right-hand side as often as they can.
Well, it's interesting where Ozil fits in for Arsenal, because I was talking about this morning. I did a quick preview on this channel. I said, Arsenal haven't got a good enough team not to play Ozil. It's a bit like when we were dropping Pogba, but I suppose if Emery wants that intensity and work rate, you're going to get that with Ramsey and Xhaka and Torreira and Guendouzi, but are you going to get that with Ozil? And then if you play Ozil instead of Lacazette, then you miss out on something. So,
Yeah, definitely. Arsenal, they are looking threatening. That's the first time I've seen them now, which is go down the left-hand side, which has resulted in a corner on the left-hand side. I'm not sure what the problem is with Ozil at the minute. I know he's on the bench, I think, but that's an interesting situation as well.
Another good chance for Arsenal here. I think it's Kolasinac from a corner.
And Chelsea,
again, I think he should score.
Yeah, they're not looking solid at the back at all. They're at 6s and 7s at the minute. Just seen Xhaka's face, well, his forehead, where he stepped on earlier.
It's not often we talk about foreheads in Arsenal.
No. But again, I mean, he comes up at just outside the 6-yard box, header, should at least be on target there. Should be giving the keeper something to work.
I've got to be fair to both teams. It's been a really good start. It's very fast. It's very tenacious, which is one of my favourite words. And I think we're in for a good game. You don't always get that between the top 6 sides. It can be a bit of a chess match, and it started off really well.
Definitely. I think the game, I mean, there's been some pretty high-scoring games in the Premier League today already. The Wolves and Leicester, obviously Wolves winning. Very surprised to see Palace take the lead at Anfield. But then, Liverpool typically coming back and doing the job.
Yeah, it's worrying about Liverpool.
Well, I mean, it's almost, I hate to say it, but it's reminiscent of the days of when United used to say, like, if you score 1, we'll score 2.
Yeah.
So, they have got that sort of attitude, and, as much as we hate them, they have got some quality players that can change the course of the game.
I've said it many a time. It does, the way Klopp's approach does bear a lot of resemblance to Sir Alex Ferguson. It's that never give in, just keep going. Hazard, it would have been a good goal if he'd got it, but he just put it wide. Cross coming in on the turn, quite far out. Keeper's probably got it covered anyway.
Yeah, so the ball comes out to Alonso, I think, on the left-hand side. Bit of a bursting run through the middle there. Willian. Yeah, another Chelsea's first opportunity of the game so far. And again, should have done better. But again, Hazard getting in front of his marker. Yeah, he's onside as well.
So that's flown by that first 10 minutes. Still 0-0. Probably Arsenal, certainly, I think, have had the better start. But Chelsea, I'd probably be happy coming out of that first 10 minutes and still be 0-0. And that chance from Hazard just shows what a threat that they are.
I mean, how do you see this game going, Mark? I mean, obviously, Chelsea, I think, have the better team, man for man. But realistically, do you think Arsenal wouldn't cause an upset here?
I do. I think about that game that Chelsea played at Wembley against Spurs, where they got done over, and I remember Spurs coming to here just before Christmas, and Arsenal really showed a lot of intensity in a big game. And I think on the big, Arsenal are a good team on their day. I think Arsenal always struggle over a season. They'll have a period where they just drop points they shouldn't do.
Consistency is key for them, I think. They've got to show. I mean, normally towards the second half of the season, if they're fighting for top 4, which has been the case for many and many years, they tend to just scrape it and they tend to be happy with it. But this season, they've really got to up the game at the minute. Can't afford to go any more further behind Chelsea.
Well, yeah, if Chelsea got a win, like you said, they'd be 9 points off Chelsea. Which is a lot of points, but it wouldn't be a very good result for United. I don't think a Chelsea win is just not what we need as well. So we need Arsenal to turn up. As much as I give Arsenal a lot of stick, we actually do need them to get a result today, and then next week we'll be back to disliking them again.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, we played Chelsea as well in February. We played Chelsea, so we got to stay relatively close touching distance with them, And then hopefully by the time that game comes around, we can either overtake them or be level on points, or maybe just 1 point behind.
Yeah.
But we've definitely going to keep up with them. And the way this game could turn out, if Arsenal get a win, then there's 4 teams going for that Champions League spot there. You have Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, and ourselves.
Well, they've got a free kick, Arsenal. They're just going to whip it in here. And what a save. Ooh. What a save by Kepa. And Chelsea, very similar to that Spurs game at Wembley. They're all over the shop. They're giving away good chances. I mean, Koscielny, again, probably should score here. Decent cross. And he's literally 6 yards out when he gets on the end of it. He's got to score. I think Kepa makes a save, but he's got to score that. It's so close to the goal. And he sort of heads it with the top of his head. If he gets his forehead on that and opens his eyes, that's 1-0. And again, another decent cross. Chelsea really on the ropes a little bit here.
Definitely just grazes the top of his head. I mean, there's point blank at him. It's just instant reaction. You're just hoping you get something on it and it goes away. But Koscielny, definitely. Either side of the keeper there. And that's 1-0. But he gets in between, I think it's Rudiger and Aspilicueta.
Yeah, Chelsea not defending well at all here.
I mean, it's come off the goalkeeper's right shoulder.
No! It's a goal. There it is. Lacazette with his silly dance. But it's 1-0. And it has been coming. It's been coming.
Yep. Finally, I mean, the break, it didn't take long. I actually thought that Chelsea would withstand the pressure. I really did. But the opening exchanges, they've been really, really shoddy on their marking. They're so open. Not the usual tight defensive team that we see at the Stamford Bridge, but I mean, it's a simple ball in from the right hand side from the corner.
He does well.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he takes it down tight. He spins his marker from the right hand side, and
keeper probably shouldn't be getting beat from there, though. To be honest,
no, keeper's on his near post. It goes high into the top of the net. But you got to say, a great goal by Lacazette, I think. But Chelsea have not come out of the blocks yet at all. I think it's Bellerin with just a hopeful slash at it into the box. Lacazette brings it down, goes past 1-2 in the top right hand corner. Do you know what? Lacazette, he could have gone down there because Pedro left a leg out. But fair play to him. He stuck at it and it's 1-0. So a fantastic start, I think, by Arsenal. And so far, for us United fans, everything is going well at the minute.
Yeah, well, we do want Arsenal to win in a way, or at least draw. So that's good.
So it'd be interesting to see now where you would have thought Arsenal would keep on going. It looks like Chelsea are there for the taking. Sarri's not looking happy. But, yeah. Looks like Arsenal just trying to slow it down a bit now.
Well, I'm with you. I think Chelsea just did not react to the danger at all. It was, there was numerous chances for Arsenal, and they just did not react to it at all. And that's been their undoing.
Well, normally David Luiz and Rudiger have been fairly solid of late.
It's very reminiscent of the Spurs game. I think that was late November, wasn't it? And it's very reminiscent of that, the Chelsea approach, where they fell asleep at the start. Arsenal are really pressing Jorginho, which is a good idea because he's sort of the metronome, not the metronome, the person who gets the composure and the speed of the Chelsea team. He sort of sets the tone, and they've got after him a lot as well, and it's working a T for Arsenal at the moment. And I suppose the danger is Chelsea need to get a foothold quick, because if you fancy if Chelsea get another goal, sorry, Arsenal get another goal, this is going to slip away from them very quickly.
Yeah, I think Gary O'Connor in the comments here got it spot on. Chelsea
And again
really
there.
flat. Yeah. Chelsea look really flat, relying on Hazard as usual. That's sort of been the theme with Chelsea this season as well. If Hazard doesn't have a good game, Chelsea don't have a good game. It's almost like they're a one-man team of late. Yeah, it's Chelsea are absolutely all over the place. So slow to react to the ball. I mean,
Well, I haven't seen that chance back for a banging yet, but...
Well, I mean, it's on target. It's a mistake. I think it's Aspilicueta on the right-hand side. Thinks he's got more time than
Oh, Chelsea in as well now, just wide from Pedro. I told you, it's a cracking game. It's end-to-end.
Yeah. Willian's gone bombing down the left. Good tackle by Bellerin on him. So I think Bellerin's got to get rid of that moustache. He looks like Inspector Clouseau with that. Yeah, just a simple ball over the top by David Luiz. Pedro beats the offside trap, just wide. Yeah, very open game so far.
Chelsea looking for a penalty, not given.
I think you've got to give a bit of credit to Leno there. He's pretty quick off his line. Yeah, very open game this one. Going to be exciting right up to the last minute. I see all the Chelsea players still moaning about that penalty shout. Not for me. Hazard goes down a little bit too easily again. Arsenal, really, they should be 2 or 3 in front, I think, at the minute. They've had some great opportunities, or Aubameyang in particular.
It's been great. It's been great.
It's been a fantastic game, yeah.
It's like a porn star's birthday. It's end to end. Chelsea in again. That's good defending by Koscielny.
Abic says, "Who are we supporting?" I think all United fans will be cheering for Arsenal at the minute.
Yeah, this is a draw. I'm happy with a win for Arsenal. I probably prefer a draw now. This morning I wanted an Arsenal 1-0 win because I thought we'd win 3 or 4-0. But if Arsenal win, they're above us again, but we're on the same points. So I can deal with that because we'd only be 3 behind Chelsea.
Yeah. Arsenal having to do some defending at the minute.
Well, Chelsea are actually getting into the game a little bit now. After 20 minutes, if you're a Chelsea fan, it took you 20 minutes to wake up. Could have been 2-0 down easily.
Neil says Sarri's getting sacked in the morning. George Carl says Arsenal win is definitely a result we want to drag Chelsea back with us. I think that's a good thing as well. I mean, if Chelsea get beat here, then Chelsea will know they're in as much of a fight for top 4 as the rest of the teams around them. They're only going to get better as well towards the end of the month. Not sure, is that Higuain deal gone through yet?
Yeah, somebody just said in the live comments, Michal just said, well, he hasn't actually officially signed yet, so he couldn't play today, but he will do.
Yeah, it's is it a loan until the end of the season or something? Then he got the option to buy. Yeah. Chelsea starting to put the pressure on the Arsenal goal now, putting some balls in across the face of goal.
Domino's. That's the pizza. I'm starving. I never normally eat on the stream, but if I don't eat, I won't. So. Lacazette scored the goal. I don't think there was really an assist with it. It was sort of self-made.
Do you think Morata's days are numbered at Chelsea now? Yeah.
Well, he's fit.
Yeah, he's not even on the bench, is he, today?
No, because they just don't want to get him injured, do they?
Last I heard, it was Atletico Madrid, I think. So Lacazette has been seeing a lot of the ball down this right-hand side. But Emery looks pretty happy at the minute. It's not all been one-way traffic, but Arsenal should certainly have the majority of the possession. They've definitely created the better chances. Kovacic being bullied off the ball there. Hazard just picking it up. Hazard and Willian doing some nice little 1-2s, but out to the right. Out of the way. My afternoon's been like that, mate. Yeah.
Mine hasn't. It's just a slight interruption, to be honest. But
exactly the same. My little one's just started upstairs. She just hurt her heel on the radiator because the radiators are on, and she's just burnt the back of her heel on the radiator.
They're that hot.
Yeah, mine do. Yeah, they really do. Because it gets so cold here, man. It's absolutely all.
You talk like you live in bloody Antarctica. You live in bloody East Anglia.
Mark, it's absolutely freezing. Compared to London, this place is absolutely freezing. It really is. It's like the North Pole here, man. Nearly 3 years, and I'm still not used to it. In London at this time of year, I could walk around with, say, like a t-shirt and maybe, like a slim jacket, you know what I mean? Like a summer jacket. But today, when I was out and about in Norwich today, I had to put my coat on. Absolutely freezing. So we've had Arsenal 6 attempts, 3 on target. Chelsea 3 attempts, 0 on target.
It is all Chelsea at the moment, though, to be fair.
Yeah, they're really. Arsenal giving away some really silly tackles at the minute. Jorginho just now was going absolutely nowhere, and Ramsey just had a quick swipe at him, chop him down.
Sander Floor says we dodged the bullet with Morata. I do think Morata's a good player. I just don't think Chelsea have got the best out of him, to be honest.
He doesn't really. For me, he doesn't really get the service. He's a guy that lives off crosses for me.
He does miss some sisters, though.
Oh yeah, he does. I mean, I saw the one the other day where he was offside, luckily, but 2 or 3 yards out, and it's over the bar.
Chelsea definitely in charge at the moment. Arsenal seem to probably be having a little bit of a breather.
Well, they have used a lot of energy in that first 15, 16 minutes. But Chelsea now, for the last 10, just coming into the game now, getting a feel of the ball. There's still obviously plenty of time to go. They won't panic.
I'll tell you what, I think United, this is a cracking game, but I think United-Arsenal next week. If you remember that game at the Emirates, we won 4-2.
Yeah.
That was a classic, and I think I've got a funny feeling it's going to be a similar game. I think it's going to be very, very like this, end-to-end, fast-paced. I think it's going to be a cracking game.
Well, do you know what? I was thinking about it today. It could become a bit of a hindrance for whichever side wins it, whichever side goes through.
With Europe as well, yeah.
Yeah. Both going to be fighting for top 4. You've got Europe, like I said, coming up soon. Then you'll have the next round of the FA Cup. I don't know, I wouldn't be, as much as I don't want to lose it, I wouldn't be against Ollie maybe fielding a slightly weakened team. I just think that
I'd like to win the FA Cup, but top 4 is more important.
Yeah, of course you would. I was just going to say, like, I think going for the Champions League, making sure that we're in a Champions League place come to the end of the season, would be more beneficial than being FA Cup winners. But I don't know. We're playing at the minute. We're playing, what was it, one game a week at the minute? I don't know. Maybe it might suit United to play a couple of games a week, just to keep the fitness levels up and the match sharpness. Chelsea trying to move the ball quickly, but
I can't believe it's a Friday night game.
what, the FA Cup one? Really? Oh,
8 o'clock on Friday night. I was talking to Robbie from Arsenal Fan TV about it, and we were like, we can't believe it.
bit of a strange one.
Tie of the round, 8 o'clock on a Friday.
Yeah,
Fucking
I
ridiculous.
just thought that would have been a Sunday, 4 o'clock.
I know.
Yeah.
Chris Tech Tip says you're oozing my boozing, Belly Mark.
Arsenal just trying to keep hold of the ball now. This is the thing with Koscielny at the back. They know that Hazard, Willian and Pedro have got the beating of him on pace. So they're not going to run any risks at all with them centre-backs. Well, Aubameyang's gone out to the right-hand side now. Lacazette's gone through the middle. Can't work out whether Arsenal are playing them both up top as a front two, or if they're playing like a 5 across the midfield with the lone striker. Aubameyang's the furthest one back at the minute, and Lacazette's doing the chasing. Chelsea trying to play their way out of trouble from the back. Good tackle by Xhaka there on, I think it was Kante. Oh, look at Hazard, seriously. Good shot there by Ramsey. Straight at Kepa though. You know when Hazard's looking for a foul, when he flops down on the floor and his arms are out in front of him, he slides across the floor like Superman. Oh dear. Jorginho only works in Sarri's system, says Jack. Sarri's P45's in the post, says Neil Smith. Santa Watson, Arsenal draw. That's an interesting comment. Giroud on the bench. How come they don't use him? Says David Rowan.
Well, yeah, he went from Arsenal bench to Chelsea bench, didn't he?
Yeah. You would have thought if they're playing as a main number 9, you really want a guy who knows how to do that job, spearheading your attack. Whether he's quick enough or not is a different thing, but it's just carrying that threat. I mean, surely Giroud poses more threat in the air than, say, playing Hazard as the number 9. I mean, you could play Hazard behind Giroud.
Yeah.
Chelsea just wasted a corner. Leno just punches it clear.
Well, ref's going to do something here. I think it's going to be a booking.
Nearly 31 minutes has absolutely flown by.
I can't believe how quick it's gone, yeah?
Yeah, it's just a really exciting game. When you get a decent game, it flies, doesn't it? Absolute mint.
If this was the Mourinho game, we'd only be in the 3rd minute. Actually, that reminds me, everyone, in the live comments, give me a minute, actually, because I'm just doing something, but start having a think about Saturday night films I can watch.
Is that on Netflix, Mark, or just in general?
Oh, I'll pay for it. I watched Equalizer 2 last week. Quite enjoyed it, actually. I watched one on Christmas Day night actually with Liam Neeson in it, and he's a passenger on a train.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was his standard sort of Taken shit, but it wasn't Taken. It was all right.
Yeah, it's not a bad one. Can't remember what it's called now. The something, can it?
The Passenger, probably.
It probably is, Mark. You know, it probably is.
Cross from Arsenal, Kepa punches. He don't like to catch Kepa, does he?
A couple of people saying Bird Box. Do you know, I've heard a lot about that. What is it?
Don't
Do you
watch
know?
Bird Box. That's on Netflix.
Right.
I was taking the piss out of that on Twitter the other night. I wish I'd put a blindfold on to watch Bird Box and some sleeping fucking earplugs as well. Basically, it's a horror film where if you don't cover your eyes, there's this thing that will send you mad with your worst fear. So Sandra Bullock's in it, and basically they're just going around with bloody eye masks on.
Oh. Not worth watching then, no?
I didn't like it. I'm sure there'll be people in the live comments telling me it's good, but I didn't like it. Have you got Netflix? Have you?
Yeah.
That's Sunderland Till I Die. That's good, and I hate Sunderland, but that's good. It's a series though. Yeah,
Jared mentioned that before he disappeared for Vegas.
I thought you were going to say being kidnapped.
I do like watching the Punisher and the Daredevil series on there. Arsenal down the right hand side with Ramsey. Chelsea are winning all the 50-50s at the minute. The game is definitely going their way. So Saturday night's movie night for you, is it?
It will be, because this will be done by about 7:30, won't it? All the United stuff, stand stuff, should be done. Fan cams are going up. That's what I'm sort of working on while we're doing this as well. So I should be able to relax and get a film on, which would be nice. Got my little lad's christening tomorrow.
Oh yes. Yeah. Did all your kids get christened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skyscraper with The Rock, says Nigel Jones. I watched Armageddon last night. It was on some channel 5-star or something. I missed the first. I only watched the last half hour because I've seen it loads of times. Oh, Chelsea could be in. No, Arsenal clear. American Pie, I've seen it. Chris Tech Tips says, watch the latest Mia Khalifa film. I didn't even know who she was, genuinely. I've looked her up since. I know who she is. I don't know what she is now. I know what she was. Evan says that I also thought Bird Box was crap. Yep. Con Air, seen it loads of time.
Do you ever watch the
Seen Hacksaw Ridge?
Tarantino films?
Yeah, what was it? What's his latest one?
Oh. Do you know what? I honestly can't remember. It was that one where they were holed up in that.
Hey, Jared's in the live comments. He says, hey guys, Vegas going well, and crazy how early games are on here. It's 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. for games. Fuck, I would not be up at that time in Vegas. Angry Brother says, busier than a cucumber in a women's prison. That's copyright, that is, so I'm glad you've put it on a contribution. We'll say no more. The Hateful Eight. I do like the Hateful Eight. Yeah. I thought he'd had a more recent one than that. I know he's working on one.
Yeah, I think you can't go wrong with a Tarantino film if you're in that sort of mood.
Lakeview Terrace is great, apparently. Never heard of it.
You could always go old school and go for Goodfellas.
Oh, I've seen it so many times. Who do I want to win? Is it a special not? So look, if Arsenal win, I won't be bothered because that means we're 3 points behind Chelsea, and that's what I'm looking at. But obviously Arsenal will be above us, which is a little bit disappointing on goal difference. So a draw would be good, but then Chelsea would be 4 points ahead of us. So I don't think that was a foul by Luis. Yellow card. I don't think it was. Infinity War, says Mike Hill. Yeah, but I've never watched any of that, so I don't know. I didn't think that was a foul by
No, it didn't
Luis,
look
to be
like
honest.
it. Didn't like.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Bit of a soft one. Well, from that angle,
It could have been a red, actually. No, he does go for the ball. I think it's just, yellow card's about right.
Like it's one of those scissor tackles, isn't it?
It is.
I've got to say that's probably you're probably the only person I know, Mark, that's not seen the Marvel films. Actually, you just not interested in it, or are you just?
I've never been interested in it, and also I just wouldn't know where to start.
You'd have to
There's
start
so
with,
many,
like,
isn't there? And I don't know what the order is. And well, we're nearly at half time, and it's 2-0. It is 2-0. It's Koscielny. I tell you what, I told you this game. I told you this game was going to go away from Chelsea, and defensively, they've been
shocking, aren't they?
all over the shop. Absolutely shit. It so reminds me of Spurs Arsenal at the Emirates, but more importantly, it reminds me of Chelsea Spurs at Wembley. It's got exactly that feel to it, where Chelsea just terrible defensively. They've just not turned up at all. And this is just terrible defending. There's 5 Chelsea players and 1 Arsenal player.
Yeah.
And they don't pick him up. That is, you think United's defence is bad. That is absolutely shit defending from Chelsea. 5 players they've got in a line, all very close to Koscielny, and none of them pick him up. Absolute joke.
Yeah, he gets.
And it hits his shoulder. Actually, it doesn't hit his head. It goes in off his shoulder.
I mean, as soon as the free kick's put in there, it stays out on that left-hand side, and it's just, to me, that's just, again, it's just a hopeful ball into the mix. And Koscielny is the first to react there. All 5 defenders, I mean, Aspilicueta.
Someone's just got to attack it from Chelsea's point of view and take a bit of leadership. They're just not on it at all. And
Aspilicueta knows he's there as well. That's the thing. Bit too late to react to that one, and everyone else is just standing around looking.
Should it be a handball, shoulder?
No, I don't think so.
It's more. That's not a handball, is it? Up there?
No, he's. I mean, even his action is there to head the ball. He's just misjudged the flight of it slightly.
But look, I don't really have a lot of love for Arsenal or Chelsea, but that is just, you've got to be. If you're a Chelsea fan, you've just got to be absolutely furious with your defence today. It's been on another level crap. There's so many chances. I mean, it's 2-0. It could be 4-0.
Absolutely terrible. It's almost, I mean, both goals have been, I wouldn't say they've been great. They've not been good goals. It's more they've conceded it because of the errors that they've done. It's just a lack of awareness, a lack of not knowing what's around them. That second goal there, I mean, he's in between the 2 centre-backs, and all 5 of those Chelsea players, they're quite close together as well. I mean, surely one of them, should be talking to someone in there saying, well, look, who's picking him up? I mean, you can't just have one guy ghosting in there in between the back line like Chelsea have got and just go unnoticed. Arsenal still attacking. I mean, they did drop off, I think, for a good 10-15 minutes after their first goal.
Well, we're 4 minutes away from half time. I think Arsenal would absolutely love to get a goal. Interesting, Spurs playing Palace tomorrow. That's going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on. How can Spurs react?
Palace played today, didn't Liverpool.
Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong game there. No. Yeah, they're not playing tomorrow. It must be. I think they're playing Huddersfield tomorrow. Actually, no, I don't know who Spurs are playing. Fulham.
I think. I know you're a big fan of Hazard, Mark. I think he's been quite disappointing.
I think they need to bring him on.
He's not been involved at all. I think the guy who's looked the most dangerous from Chelsea's point of view is probably Willian down the left-hand side. But Hazard really hasn't. I mean, he's done his usual, try and win a penalty in the first half, but nothing else, nothing from him at all. Kante's not really imposed himself on that midfield either. Quiet performances from Chelsea's big players, I think, this first half.
They've got no height, have they, Chelsea, though? They've absolutely got no height in their front six positions, so they are reliant on the ball on the ground. And if you get, the one thing about, if you're playing a team who keeps the ball on the ground, you just got to get at them fast and be physical and tenacious, and Arsenal have certainly done that.
So they're so slow going forward as well, Chelsea. Not the usual self today.
I firstly think Chelsea and Arsenal have been pretty poor themselves for about a month, and you can see why Chelsea want to make signings.
Yeah, definitely.
We should have. The thing is, though, we should have. Everyone says, "Oh, Arsenal should have beaten us under Mourinho at Old Trafford," and I think they should have done. But let's not forget, United should have beat Chelsea under Mourinho at Stamford Bridge. It was a last-minute equaliser, and we were shit. We were crap under Mourinho, but we should have won that game.
I mean, good thing as well from Arsenal's perspective is the fact that they needed a result, and they've not been afraid to go out and play their style of football.
No, fair play to Arsenal. You've got to go and, this is a home game. You've got to go and win it.
There's a bit of a dangerous bit of play there just now from Chelsea with Hazard down the left, putting the ball in across.
Around the edge of the box, but be another corner, I think. Yeah. Well, if we could get one before half-time, it would make it an interesting second half. But as we were saying in the United game, 2-0 is always a dangerous score. I think it's the most dangerous score in football, because if the team with nil gets one back, it's squeaky bum time. But if you get the third, it's pretty much game over. So, post by Chelsea from a corner. The keeper was beaten all ends up, but they've still got it. And I think there'll be a free kick to Chelsea as well on the edge of the box. It was Alonso who gets up. Yep. Good cross. Up he goes. Keeper's beat. Hits the post. Would have been in. Nobody on the line, and the keeper's beat. But no cigar.
I think Emery will want half time to come now. You won't want anything to come from this. But fantastic header. Go onto the post, just not far short of the penalty spot.
So this is we've only got about a minute left of stoppage time at before half time, and Hazard will whip this in. He's on the edge of the box to the left hand side. How Chelsea would love a goal now.
Well, that opportunity there for Chelsea is the most dangerous they've been in 45 minutes,
and they've got rid of it. To Jorginho, who I don't think has had a very good game again. And they've gone all the way back to the keeper, so I think it's going to be 2-0 at half time, and a good half for Arsenal by the looks of it. Chelsea definitely look like a team that's got something missing, and I think we all know what it is. It's a striker. I mean, you can play Hazard as a false nine, but I don't think it works.
No, I mean, not when you've got Giroud on the bench as well.
No.
I mean,
you need somebody sometimes just to be able to hold the ball up for you, and they haven't got it.
Like the old-fashioned target man, isn't it? you just need someone there. Just carry a bit of a different threat as well. Give the Arsenal defenders something else to think about. The ball's always got to be played into feet for Chelsea. There's no option up front for them. They're trying to pass their way through the Arsenal backline. And it's not working so far.
Here's a chance. Could be the last chance of the half. Into Willian, who's in the box. This will be the last chance of the half. What can you do? Terrible. Absolute shite. You can see why Chelsea fans get annoyed by Willian, because that was absolute shit. To be honest with you. Absolute shit.
Yeah, just think, man. He could have been at United now. Yeah, terrible for Willian. As well, I mean, Chelsea have got the players as well. They have got some decent attacking players, but I don't even want to say that they lack quality, because they don't. The attacking players are pretty decent. But yeah, I think it's the target man that's missing. Chelsea are so obvious going forward.
Let me have a quick look. Okay, yeah, we're at half time. There we are.
Yep.
Stop, reset. Let's go to the live comments. So, all going to plan at the moment. If you're an Arsenal fan or you wanted Arsenal to get a result, I don't think it's over for Chelsea yet. I just think they need to change it around a bit. But very interesting sort of snapshot of how the league looks at the moment. Manchester United on 44 points. Arsenal would be on 44 points, and their goal difference would be +3 to United's. Sorry, they'd be +3 on United because they've scored one more than we did today. Chelsea would be on 47 points with United and Arsenal only 3 points behind them. So yeah, it's looking very, very interesting if the score stays the same, and Chelsea would be putting themselves under a lot of pressure. And Arsenal certainly good for their win so far in this game, Marcus.
They do, yeah, they do. I think Chelsea's problems stem not just from the number 9 position, but ever since he's changed the thinking of Kante being more forward, wanting to play him as a cam, doesn't really suit him, because when the balls are coming into the box, he's not the tallest of players either. I think they probably want to go back putting Kante as the CDM. I think someone in the comments just said it just now about Sarri's love affair with Jorginho. It's something that's definitely missing from that midfield anchor role, and I think
Kante's the best player in the world, I think, at that.
I mean, he's a fantastic player as a CDM. I mean, he's quick in the tackle. He's got good footballing brain. You know, he's not scared of putting his body on the line. And I think with Jorginho in there, they don't get that from him. So I think they need to revert back to Kante's natural position for me.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think that it's amazing, really, that Chelsea have got probably the best CDM in the world, and they don't play him as a CDM. And the trouble with Jorginho is he's a very good player when you play in Leicester or Huddersfield, because they haven't got the forward the players to really press Jorginho, because they'll get caught out elsewhere. But the better teams, as we've seen with Spurs and now Arsenal, they are willing to go and press Jorginho, and if you press Jorginho, Chelsea fall apart. It used to happen to us a little bit with Carrick. Sometimes people would stick a man on Carrick and it would nullify us, and we'd have to find other ways. So, look, I think Chelsea have been very reminiscent of that Spurs game at Wembley back in late November, in a very similar way. And to be fair, Arsenal are well worthy of the win. They could have been 3 or 4-0 up. They had some really, really good chances, and it's been a little bit too easy for Arsenal so far. And Sarri ball has been found out in the big games so far in the last couple of months. He needs to find another way. And as I said, I think that Hazard up front is a waste of time. It doesn't work for me.
No, he's not. I mean, I think Chelsea are so heavily reliant on the guy that if he doesn't play well, Chelsea don't play well. And he comes across to me as a bit of a petulant child sort of thing. If he doesn't get his own way, if he doesn't get the decisions, he starts chucking his stuff out of the pram, you know. and to me, that's not a good indication, not a good image for the rest of the team.
No.
So I think Hazard probably for Chelsea carries more of a threat out on the left side or out on the right side, or giving him that free role behind the number 9. But I think the decision for Kante to move in as Cam instead of a CDM is a really, really poor one. He's got Ross Barkley on the bench as well. He could put Kante back at the CDM role, put Ross Barkley as the Cam, and that's it, problem solved. But he doesn't. Sarri, I don't know, the Sarri football way just seems to be dying out at the minute. It's not all going to plan for him.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look, in all honesty, Hazard is not in the right position. You're right. He should be playing off the left, off the right. If Manchester United are playing Chelsea, where do I want to see Hazard? I don't want Hazard on the left. I think that's where he causes the most damage because he can exploit the fullback. And if he gets past the fullback, you've got to pull the centre back out. But if he's playing centrally, you've got 2 centre backs there. He's playing with his back to goal. He's got a turn. There's a centre defensive midfielder that can get close to him as well. He's not particularly tall. I think it's like putting Salah up front or putting Anthony Martial up front. A lot of people say Anthony Martial should play up front. I like him on the wing. He's got more space. He can cause more damage. And I just don't think they're getting the best out of him at all.
No, he's so much more dangerous when he cuts in. I mean, he's got decent feet, but he's not the strongest. He's not that strong of a player to play as the main number 9. Even as a false 9, it just doesn't work for him.
No.
He gets. It's like when we had Rashford when we played Leicester at the start of the season up against the Leicester centre backs. Just got out bullied time and time again, and it's the same with Hazard every game. He's just getting out bullied. He's always on the floor. He gets nudged off the ball way too easily. He just hasn't got that weight about him to hold the ball up and bring others into play.
No, I agree. I think they're struggling at the moment, and I think that they will continue to struggle in the big games because everybody has this blueprint, quite literally blueprint, of how to deal with Chelsea. And fair play to Arsenal, they've got it. They have got it right today. They have got it right, and they're looking like getting 3 big and essential points. Because let's not forget, if Chelsea had come here and won today, they would have gone 9 points clear of Arsenal, which is we were 11 points off 4th and 8 points off 5th a month ago. I think that's a hell of a thing to turn around in December. But, turning around a 9-point gap in the end of January, that's something else as far as I'm concerned. So fair play and well done to Arsenal for getting that, getting the result that they've got so far. And also, let's not forget, it's not that far now until the European football kicks back in. Thursday night football for Liverpool and Arsenal. For Chelsea and Arsenal. Europa League football.
Yeah, I mean, you know how much energy the Europa League takes out of you. We saw it ourselves when we won the competition. But I think when Europe kicks in again, you're probably going to find Arsenal and Chelsea are going to drop points where you would least expect them to, just because of the travelling. It's really going to kick into them. We're quite fortunate. Our first game against Paris Saint-Germain's at Old Trafford, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, and then obviously the return fixture in Paris, so not far to travel. Not too sure about Chelsea and Arsenal's destination, but they're really going to kick into gear. I mean, Spurs as well without Kane, going to be without Son. They'll be in the Champions League as well. It's going to be the sides that are going to be fighting for 3rd and 4th place between the 4 teams. It's going to be really, really tense time.
Definitely. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. That's football. We're starting doing more on it this year, so do get involved. I've started doing a couple of little 10-minute reactions to the Higuain news, a little preview this morning, watch-alongs. When European football kicks back in, we'll definitely be doing more watch-alongs as well. So subscribe if you're new. Also, I've got my FIFA stuff on here as well. So if you are new, get involved, and please do share the video. Chelsea losing 2-0 at half-time. And to be fair, that's not a penalty. Aubameyang gets the ball. Good decision by the referee. that was 1-0 at that point as well, so it could have been pretty changer. Come on, you Gunners, says Arnold Schwarzenegger. Take Hazard out of the team. Chelsea really don't have any threats. He's outgrown them and should go to Madrid, says Roadrunner. I think he will. Kistelai says that PSG scored 9, but Verratti is gone for a few months. So yeah, they play in the pub league, but Verratti is a good player.
I wouldn't mind seeing him at United, to be honest. I do like him. I think he could be a very, very good asset to Manchester United. Someone that fits the Manchester United player role, player wise. He really looks an absolutely tremendous player. But I can't wait until we see that Paris Saint-Germain game. I think it's going to be a fantastic spectacle for football. Yeah. I actually thought, like, give it, when the draw was made and we had Mourinho, I thought, I feared the worst, to be honest. But the way we're playing at the minute, it's the last couple of games in the second half have not been fantastic, but we're getting the job done. And I think, the longer these players get used to the system, the better it's going to be for us in the long term.
Yeah.
Ollie's just done, I can't praise him enough. I think he's been absolutely fantastic. He really has. He's given these players, it's a breath of fresh air around there. The ground's filled again. Tickets are hard to come hold of again. And the football's exciting. So, and we're getting the results on top of that. So, fair play to him.
I think from a United point of view, I think we should have won. We should have won 3 or 4-0 today. We were 2-0 up. Lingard misses an absolute sitter. We were all over them for like the first 20 minutes of the second half. We don't get the third goal. I think if we get the third goal, you get the fourth goal. 2-0 is a dangerous score. We might see it in the second half of this game. Brighton get a goal, squeaky bum time. But we still got the 3 points. And I think that, as I said, defensively United need to improve because it's not good enough. We'll get beat. We're not good enough defensively. But we've won 7 in a row. And the points was all that mattered. And yeah, I think Arsenal probably are going to win this game. So we'll still be 6th. But we'll be 3 points closer to Chelsea. And sometimes you've got to look at, well, do you want 5th? Or do you really want 4th and 3rd? And we want 4th and 3rd. Yeah. So, yeah, we might still be 6th on goal difference tonight, but we'll be closer to that Chelsea in 4th, which is what it's all about. And it's a hell of a race to go on, And I think United should be spending money. But I've seen in this game, I think next week, Arsenal-United is going to be a really good game. Because the way they've played today, if they play like that against us, we won't sit back either. So I think it's going to be very fast-paced. And I do think Herrera, Matic and Pogba against Torreira, Guendouzi and Xhaka. I'm not saying we'll definitely dominate, but I think we can do. I think Pogba can be really, really, really important in that. And our front 3 is great. So defensively we're weak, so Arsenal can get at us. I think it's got the potential to be a really great game next Friday night.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're looking at it from a one-off game, then I think, I totally agree with you. It's going to be a fantastic game. It'll probably be an end-to-end game. Solskjaer, the way he's got us playing at the minute, he's not going to want us to go there and nick a 1-0 and think that that's it, job done. He's going to want us to go there and keep playing the way we're playing. I would hope that we go there and the second half will be a decent, a more all-round decent performance from United going to Arsenal. I really do. The second half against Spurs, I was absolutely, my guts were in bits. The amount of saves De Gea pulled off was absolutely phenomenal, and I wouldn't want to see that again at the Emirates. I don't think my heart could take it, to be honest. So hopefully the 90 minutes, the boys won't need any sort of incentive at all. It's the FA Cup. It's the magic of the cup. It's it's at the Emirates against the old rivals. So that should be enough for them. Just go out there and play your game and come away.
Spike Me Santa says Arsenal never keep clean sheets. This game isn't over, folks. And he does. I've seen Spike Me Santa quite a lot on our streams, and he does have a good grasp on things. So Chelsea fans, keep your positivity up, and Arsenal fans, beware. Salah is best Premier League player by a mile, says Maloney02. Well, that's I've actually said that for quite a while. I've grown up a bit over the last 6 months and realised that United are pretty shit, or they were pretty shit, and sometimes you've got to accept that other teams are better than you are. And I think that, the 3 best players in the Premier League for me are Salah, De Bruyne and Hazard, but the best is Salah. He's proved it again today. I've not even seen the goals, but whether it's a tap in or a penalty, he's still doing things that week in, week out. I think he's been ridiculously consistent the last 3 months, and he's. I'll come. 1 minute, Marcus. Can you just take over? For
yeah, go for it. Yeah.
He's been ridiculously consistent the last 3 months, and last season as well.
Yeah. So let's take some comments on that then, while Mark's left us for a minute. So we got Stuart Collins says Salah is the top 3 in the world. Oh, Stuart, that's pushing it a bit. I think that's pushing it. Stuart also says Marky's goal was class today. I'll take your word for it. Real one. You can go. As much as I'd love to keep you on here, you can go. Mark disappears. He does. So Carly says De Gea is the best, as he would be in World 11 and Salah wouldn't. Look, I won't mention that. Paris Saint-Germain winning 8-0. I'm a Liverpool fan and trust me, nobody wants to play Man United at the moment, says Decker.
I'm back.
Oh, mate. And Lucas says Phil Jones is better than Hazard. I wouldn't go that way, mate. I wouldn't go that way, Luca.
Second half's going anyway, we're up.
Yeah. Saw that then. Rohit says Ollie versus Klopp, 24th of Feb. Do I like turtles, says Henry. The Ninja Turtles, yeah. Yeah. Leonardo and Donatello and the other 2.
Raphael.
Yeah, Michelangelo. Yeah.
I used to love them when I was little.
Yeah. I do like the Ninja Turtles. So yeah, it looks like Chelsea are just going to go hell for leather this second half, I think.
Does anyone wear pink boots anymore? I think we've destroyed it, Marcus. I was talking about this on my podcast the other day. If anyone, I do a podcast on my channel, which is Mark Goldbridge, where we're talking about the Gillette ad and all that. And actually, I don't know whether it was on that. I definitely spoke to somebody about them pink boots last week, and I was like, that went so viral in the football community. There is just no way that most footballers didn't hear that, because even Soccer AM used it. So you don't actually see. Well, Phil Jones has never worn pink boots again, but you don't see many footballers wearing pink boots now. We sort of destroyed the pink boot market. Adidas must hate us.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't get a letter or something saying, "Can you please stop moaning about the pink boots?"
Yeah.
But
it's the pink boots. That's the sort of saying now, isn't it? So you don't see many footballers in pink boots now. We should be credited with that.
Yeah, I did like when I first heard that Soccer AM bit and the clip that they used for it. The 2 guys that listened to the actual clip, you could just tell that they just wanted to burst out in hysterics.
You look like a tin of salmon. It makes me laugh, to be fair, because I don't remember doing a lot of these things. So when you hear it back, it is quite funny. I don't think I'll ever top that.
Some fantastic analogies you come out with.
Yeah, but a lot of them were just born out of frustration, and hopefully we'll never ever have that again.
It amazes me how you just come out with it. I mean, obviously, the main ingredient for your analogies is your FIFA streams. So how you just think of something off the top of your head and compare it to FIFA is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Thank you. I
can't
say much of that.
The most recent one for me that got me was the Iceland cheesecake and Harrods.
I tell you what, I've had that in my mind for ages. I was going to use that. I sort of was expecting to use that with Phil Jones, to be honest.
Right.
I used it at Christmas in a totally different situation, because we'd had Iceland cheesecake. And I was saying, this is fucking horrible. Iceland cheesecake. You know, what we getting Iceland cheesecake for? We could have gone to bloody Marks and Spencer's.
Yeah.
Because Iceland cheesecake is just it's vile. If you like cheesecake, Iceland cheesecake is horrible, cheap shit.
It's I do agree with you on that, mate. It's their desserts from there. We tried them once. Going back a few years back now, one Christmas for Boxing Day, 'cause we used to do like a buffet thing and have family round on Boxing Day evening. And yeah, the desserts. Some of them were from Iceland, and oh man, I think people tried it and just quietly tipped it in the bin.
Well, anything that's been advertised by Kerry Katona, I ain't touching it.
Oh yeah.
Chelsea with a cross, decent header. Adil Farouk says Salah has to be in the top 3 players. Look at stats. I mean, I don't look at stats, mate. I look at facts and how they perform with my own eyes. But he's a good player. And Red Baron says Phil Jones gives me heart palpitations. Well, he was at fault for the goal again today, wasn't he?
Chelsea trying to work the balls. Do you know what? It's Chelsea, the way they've started this half, attacking wise, it's like they're trying to score the perfect goal instead of just getting that ball into the middle, because obviously they don't have a target man in there.
George Kyle shops at Iceland. He says it's good for bargains.
I'm Tesco's myself. Where do you go, Mark?
Yeah, we do a bit of Aldi and Tesco. Yeah, they're the main two. Yeah, you can get some really good quality stuff at Aldi.
Such as?
Just like, good anything you want, really. They do everything. Lidl's good as well.
Funny, I picked you as a Marks and Spencer's type. Yeah. Or a Waitrose.
I do like Marks and Spencer's, but it's very expensive. Chelsea, come on, get a goal back. Let's make it interesting. I think Chelsea aren't going to win, so all United fans, we can all rest easy. And
got on a computer, mummy.
Yeah.
Asda. I haven't shopped at Asda for years, Mitch. Probably because I suppose it's what's local to you as well. There is no Asda near me. Tesco's, Sainsbury's and Morrison's are the closest. Red Baron says people are snobs with Aldi, but they do good stuff. Yeah, I think once you understand the Aldi secret, a lot of people use it. My sister lives in like a really nice sort of village, and a lot of her friends shop at Aldi, even though they're really well off. That's what I mean. It's some good stuff there.
Never been in there myself, purely because don't have one near me.
It's not an attractive shop like Tesco's an attractive shop the way they lay it out. Aldi's not like that, but the quality is good and it is a bit cheaper. Anyway, cucumber in a women's prison, says Orlando James. Yeah, but that's not my quote. I didn't make that up. I used it, but I didn't make it up. I'd heard it before. It's quite old, that is. It is funny, but I'd heard that before. I've known that for years.
Oh, by the way, I'm still getting messages as well. When is the Outlast stream?
Oh, I don't know. I'm so busy at the moment. It will happen because I've got the games, so.
Because we are just dying to watch you play that. Arsenal coming down the right. So apart from those couple of chances Aubameyang had in the first half, he's not really been involved either. Pedro's unmarked down the right. I think that should have been a foul ref, surely. Oh, did she, Harry? That's good. That's a good thing. Chelsea down the left.
Giroud's running around. I don't know what he's doing.
They've got to get him on as soon as possible because there's not much of a difference from the first half.
No, they need a target man, don't they, to hold the ball up. I mean, Sarri ball's all well and good, but it's to me, Sarri ball just seems to be a bit of an ethos. I will stick with it even when it's not working because this is how I do it, and I honestly don't think that good managers are one-track mind because you can always beat a system. Football's been around for over 100 years, and there's not been one system that's been proved to be unbeatable. So he needs to change it.
I've seen Barkley warming up down there as well with Giroud. They've got that young lad on the bench, haven't they? The Hudson.
Bill Oddie.
Oddie, yeah. I mean, Pedro was pretty quiet in the first half. Wasn't really involved in anything. So maybe they could swap Pedro for the Hudson Oddie and get Giroud on up there somewhere as well. But Sarri's definitely got to change something here. Still no. I don't remember. I don't even think Leno's had to make a save, Mark.
No, probably not.
He punched a couple out from the corners. But yeah, apart from the header that hit the post, I can't think of anything else that Chelsea have had. They're just trying. All they've got is to play it in the feet. They can't do anything else. The only player making runs off the ball is Hazard. But again, look, the ball into the box is across the floor, which is pretty easy to deal with. Good bit of strength by Lacazette. Zero shots on target for Chelsea, says Badgeman. Jamie says we're like a pack of dolphins at the back, we're all a bloody sea. Chelsea needs
That's
some
one of mine.
Vandy, Chelsea need hoofball. Imagine Liverpool win the league and City win the Champions League, says Trevor. Just don't want
Pedro over the bar. This game needs a goal.
Yeah. Chelsea seriously need a goal here. They're absolutely doing nothing, even when they've got plenty of time to pass the ball forward. They're going backwards. Willian down, yeah. I mean, shot by Pedro over the bar there. I mean, he's never getting that on target anyway. Jay Hart says Chelsea need a Fellaini miracle. Yeah, they need someone like Fellaini.
Kolasinac is cheering his own bloody tackles here. I always think that's a little bit odd.
You know, I read in the paper today that Henri wants Fellaini at Monaco.
Fucking have him. Have him. Take him back.
Even though he's injured, he still wants him on loan till the end of the season with option to buy or something. Jordan Harvey, is it worth getting Football Manager on Nintendo Switch?
Oh God, I don't know. I'd get it on PC. I don't know about. I don't know what it's like on Switch. I mean, to me, it just seems like it's a very sort of PC. You need a mouse sort of thing, but it might work. I don't know. I mean, obviously it'll work.
It should work on a tablet, wouldn't it?
It'll work, yeah. But, yeah. I haven't played it for about 2-3 weeks. I was going to play last night because you can't just pick it up and play it for 20 minutes. That's the thing. So, but I'm enjoying it. I'm like halfway through the season with Solihull Moors. I was doing shit at the start, but we started to do all right now. I found a system. So it's like a long-term game for me, but it's good.
Oh, I'm really interested in getting one of them, you know.
What?
One of them Switches.
I was playing it this afternoon. I was playing Mario Kart this afternoon, and Mario Kart is fucking amazing. It's got so many good tracks on it, and I was just sat playing it like because you can put it on so it's on your telly, but I was just playing it like sat down like a handheld thing.
Right.
And it was it's really good. And I've got the tennis game on there. I'm actually thinking about doing a bit of streaming with it because I think you can.
Yeah, you can.
Fun.
Yeah.
I think Mario Kart as a stream would be quite funny.
I'll tell you what. Was you playing it online, Mark, or was you just single player?
I haven't set up online yet, but I will do.
Yeah, because the online is £20 a year.
Yeah.
And you get, not only do you get the online play, but you also get a collection of classic Nintendo games to play for free as well. Right. So you're talking like the old school Marios, you know, the 2D side scrollers and the original Donkey Kong with the barrels, you know, and you had to get Mario up the ladders to rescue the princess and stuff like that. I am very tempted to get one, but I'll be interested, mate, if you did a stream of Mario Kart.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that.
I think
the thing is, I'm running out of bloody channels to do it on because you can't do Mario Kart and That's Football. I've got United Stand. I've got my channel where I'm doing more sort of, you know, it's not really a gaming channel, is it? It's like what?
Could have a channel just specifically for your games.
Up to 4 then.
Just oh, look at that. So, yeah, I'll be interested. I like watching people play different stuff. Yeah, they've got some quality games on the Switch as well. Like I said, the Mario Kart, Super Mario Odyssey, Super Smash, Zelda, the Mario Deluxe. I think they got Luigi's Mansion coming out. The Pokemon game that's on there. I am seriously tempted to get one. I nearly picked one up today because I found the in Smith's Toys they were selling the limited edition Super Smash console for £300. And I was really tempted to pick it up. Really tempted. But yeah, I think in order to stream off it, mate, you just set it up the same way you do normally with the Elgato thing.
Yeah. I think there could be some fun to be had watching me play Mario Kart.
You know, Jared picked one up 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he swears by it. He loves it. Absolutely loves it. And yeah, I just think there's something more appealing to me playing Mario Kart and Smash online than there is playing Call of Duty. It just seems it's more laid back, not so competitive.
Yeah, and there's an element of luck to it, isn't there? You know, you can be out in front and someone gets a bloody tortoise shell and smashes you down to fifth.
Yeah, that's it. You know, it could be an interesting night, one night, Friday or a Saturday night, me, you and Jared, doing some Mario online or something. Ball in there. Free kick.
Barkley's on for Kovacic.
Yeah. The Arsenal coming back into the game now. Chelsea with the first 15 minutes over pressurising Arsenal, but nothing really paid off. Nothing worked for them. I think this is a change that needed to happen. I think now you'll see Kante go back into that CDM role.
Well, Jorginho's still on though, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm proper looking forward to that game with Arsenal next week, though. I'm going down London on Tuesday, actually. Meant to be doing some stuff with Robbie, Arsenal Fan TV. So we'll have a bit of content on the United stand. Any Arsenal or United fans? Not doing anything with Knobhead, but
Yeah.
here's Arsenal. This should be 3. Terrible defending again. Good defending to block it. Oh, God. They're like a pack of dolphins, Chelsea's defence.
They're living dangerously. But they've got to take some risks. I mean, again, it's all stemmed from trying to play out the back.
I'm loving all the comments that I'm not going to read out, but basically as a sort of summary, they keep coming on saying, you're going to finish at 6th, United are a dead club. We've just won 7 in a row, and we've closed the gap on Arsenal to nothing and Chelsea to 3 points from 11. Arsenal were 8 points ahead of us a month ago. It's nothing now. Chelsea were 11 points ahead of us a month ago. It's 3 now. I think if anybody's dead, it's not United. We were dead under Mourinho, but we've done a Jon Snow under Ollie. We've come back. Red Baron says, have you ever seen Mario Maker? You play user-created levels from Mario 1 to 3 and Mario World. It would be amazing watching you play people's levels. I hate Mario, though. Oh, here we go. This should be 3 Arsenal. Bellerin. Corner. You ever seen Bellerin with his hair down?
No, I haven't.
Oh, God, he looks alright, dickhead.
He doesn't look too good with that moustache.
No, you should see him with it down.
It should have been game over by now. Arsenal with a couple of chances in the last 2 or 3 minutes to really kill the game off. When Bellerin's down the right there, the ball was just begging to be squared across.
Well, Arsenal have had 2 pretty decent chances to put this game to bed in the last 5 minutes, so still no Giroud on. Which really surprises me that he's stuck with Pedro and Willian. Because I don't think either of them have... I mean, you're always going to stick with Hazard, but...
I'm really surprised they haven't got him on sooner. Giroud. Yeah. Normally David Luiz and Rudiger are pretty sound at the back, but today Aubameyang and Lacazette have totally exposed them. They're so quick to get the ball back as well, Arsenal. Very quick in the tackle. Yeah, they really need to get Giroud on quicker. A bit of tackling there. So I've been really disappointed with Kante in this game. Not been involved. Very quiet. So used to seeing him all over the place in Chelsea midfield.
Well, it's Arsenal making a double substitution. Lacazette for Iwobi and Ramsey for Maitland-Niles, just to give them a little bit of more tenacity and speed. I mean, I think that's a positive change to make when you're 2-0 up.
Yeah. I mean, Koscielny just took a full force shot from Barkley right in the nuts. Yeah, Ramsey going off. What do you make of that, Mark? Ramsey, Juventus.
Well, it's a good move for him, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. Do you think United should have been in for him?
Nah.
No.
No. I think you know, Aaron Ramsey's quite a likeable sort of footballer. He's a model pro and all that jazz. But I think that I'm pretty tired of United signing players that are not somebody else's player who's 28. If he was 21 or 22, I'd be like, yeah, because he can build his career at United. But a 28-year-old, nah.
But Giroud's come on for Willian as well.
Yeah, it's about time.
Well, do you know what? I think I would have gone took Pedro off actually. Pedro's
Bellerin's
been
hurt his knee. Might be a bad one.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. Didn't seem to be much in it, to be honest. It's clutching the knee that's in the air. So, bit of a dodgy one. I mean, let's generally open up the Hazard debate. I've just tweeted something out there that I know is going to get me into a lot of shit, but with Chelsea fans. But basically, I've just said that Hazard, I can't believe people think Hazard's better than Salah. And all you hear from Chelsea fans, oh, it's not his fault, he's out of position, he ain't got the right players around him. But no, for a top 3 player in the league, it doesn't matter who's around you, you should still be showing more. And all I see from Hazard is him knocking his Kim Kardashian arse around, getting free kicks. He does though, doesn't he? You know, he's all arse. He just bumps his arse into people and gets free kicks. And
Yeah.
I just, people think I do it for jokes. I genuinely don't get what Hazard is all about. He's massively inconsistent. Well, Bellerin's out of the United Arsenal game.
Yeah, it looked like his knee just gave way on him. Certainly no one touched him. I mean, you pick the ball up. Yeah, it looked like his leg just buckled underneath him.
Yeah. He might have just jarred his knee with a bit of luck. I can't think of a game I've watched Hazard this season where I've gone, oh, he's a good player. I haven't. I really haven't. He never turns up. And I've goaded him so much. I've said, oh, he's this, that and the other, and he just doesn't.
For a player of Hazard's quality, you'd think he'd be more consistent than what he is.
He's a very good player, I'm not going to say that, but I don't think he's... I agree with Red Jedi, he's not world class, because if you're world class... I mean, all those idiots, when he scored that goal in the first round of the Carabao Cup against Liverpool reserves, one good goal, and he's the best player in the world. I think Carragher was saying it, and I was like, it's a Carabao Cup game for one. It's Liverpool reserves for 2, and it's 1 goal. Did he do it the next week? No. Did he do it the week after? No. He's a good player, but he's not... he's nothing compared to bloody Thierry Henry or Ronaldo when they were in the Premier League. And you can say I'm annoying, Sorcha, but it's an opinion. Look, if you don't like the opinion, that's fine, but I'm not even winding you up. It's my genuine opinion that Hazard is massively inconsistent, and how people say... The only reason I talk about him so much is because so many people say he's the best player in the league, and he's just not. He's just really... I do not get it.
I think he's a good player. On his day, he is a good player. But I do agree with the people that say that he's not world class. He's not. It's
like Liquid said he's another Ribery. Good player, but
he's a good player for Belgium because he's got De Bruyne there. I think those sort of players get the best out of each other.
It's a good comment there from Des Fefi. He says Salah worked on his end product, and that is the difference. Well, Arsenal have had to take Bellerin off. They've brought El Nini on. Hopefully for Bellerin it's not too bad, but it looks like it is. He's gone off on a stretcher, and he was really in pain with his knee. But can Chelsea get a goal back? If they can, there's still 20 minutes left in this game.
Arsenal have done very well up until this point. They've not really given Chelsea a sniff.
Well, Chelsea need to start whipping some crosses into the box. That's what Joe's there. And they're still doing little passes.
Yeah, the game plan hasn't changed. They're still trying to pass their way into the box and score the perfect goal.
That's crap by Pedro. But Giroud is a real threat if he can put balls into the box. Jorginho is a discount. Carrick is Canabar. Yeah.
Yeah, don't see the fuss about him either.
Carrick.
Jorginho.
Yeah, no. Jorginho, I know a lot about him from watching Italian football, and I think he has had a few games for Chelsea that I've not seen, but every time I've watched Chelsea, it's been pretty disappointing. I don't think I've seen Chelsea have a good game yet, actually. I've only watched them about 4 or 5 times this season, and every time they've been really poor. Matthew McFadden says Jorginho is a lasagna Will Hughes. I don't even know what it means, it just sounds funny. Here's Hazard. Across the face of the goal. No one there. It was a decent cross, to be fair.
Chelsea, they don't even seem to be in a rush. You know, there's a lot. I would say there is quite a bit at stake here with them.
It's Cortez is right. I've given you a shout out. He's a Liverpool fan. Red Jedi's right. Chelsea are boring. They are boring to watch because they keep playing the same way. They don't go direct. They don't mix it up. And it's been an easy win, Tim Box. You're right. It's been easy for Arsenal so far. The only criticism I'd have of Arsenal is that maybe you should have got that third goal and really put it to bed, because if Chelsea do manage to get one, you're going to have a squeak. It's a bit like United this afternoon, isn't it? You know, we didn't get that third goal, and then it left us a little bit nervy at the end.
I suppose as long as it's only 2, if Chelsea can get one within the next 5-10 minutes, they'll fancy their chances to maybe snatch a draw. But Arsenal doing everything right so far. They've executed Emery's game plan to perfection at the minute. I mean, Chelsea haven't had... I've still not seen Leno make a save at the minute.
Oh, good ball that was by Barkley. Good defending by Koscielny.
It's all Chelsea with the possession at the minute. Arsenal just can't seem to get hold of the ball and trying to get a bit of attacking momentum. Oh, my. Good defending there. I think Koscielny's had a pretty solid game this evening.
Yeah, they've missed him. I think he's been injured a lot.
Rudiger being caught in possession again.
Well, that should have been a corner for Chelsea there, but I think he's given a goal kick. It's always the bold referees, you've got to watch out for them. Pedro's shit, Anthony Fuchs, I agree, he's absolutely shit. I know Willian gets a lot of stick, but I'd rather have Willian than Pedro. I don't rate Pedro at all, and United nearly signed him. He's been absolutely... he's another of those very good in La Liga, crap in the Premier League. Here's Hazard. Now this is where Hazard should be good in a 1v1. Over the bar, wasted it. Trying to do too much. That's what I mean. That's the difference between Salah and Hazard. Hazard there opens up an opportunity, smashes it over for a 3-point conversion, whereas Salah probably scores. Or lays it on for Firmino or Mane.
Clinical, isn't it? That's the difference.
Here's Bilodi, he's coming on. I would imagine it's for Pedro. Oddy's coming on. Aaron Walton, don't worry. Joshua Epstein Tascal, yep, you can have a shout out. Alonso's a good left back for Chelsea, I agree. Somebody just saying there. The one player that they take from Chelsea. I think their centre backs are dodgy.
Made any changes to your FIFA team, Mark, since yesterday?
I haven't played it since yesterday. Oh no, I think I played a couple of games last night and I won, but I just can't seem to score many goals at the moment. I don't know whether they've made changes to the game or something. I'm struggling for goals. I know I am going to make a change though. I think I'm going to get at. What's happening here? Does it give a penalty? It's all kicking off.
Surely not.
Oh no, I think it's a corner.
Hmm.
Yeah, there wasn't much in that. Poor corner.
Just over 10 minutes to go.
Trevor Kane Duffy says he don't rate this Chelsea team. There must be something about them, but I must admit, every time I've watched Chelsea this season, I've not been impressed. But as I said in the first half, when you're playing Hazard up front, you're taking your best player out of position, and you're making it very easy for the centre backs of the opposition.
Yeah.
And I think this game's probably gone for Chelsea now. 10 minutes to go, 2-0 down.
Yeah, I mean, the last throw of the dice for him. I think it was Pedro came off for Hudson-Odoi. Well, they've got to do something, and they've got to do it quick. I mean, you think with so much at stake and United's result today, Chelsea would have come into this game fancying their chances, to be honest, but it's just not materialised. They've not really been an attacking threat at all. You know what, I've just seen that Alonso and Niles incident. Alonso could have got red for that, he's got his hands on his face.
Yeah, I only saw it once and it didn't look like there was much in it, but somebody just said that he poked him in the eye.
Yeah, he put his hands right on his face there. Look. Off the ball incident, could have been a red.
Anyone else notice how none of City's 12 fans are in here much this season? Laugh out loud. I think it's a good point actually, because I know it's FA Cup week next week, but let's just let's have a quick look at the next few fixtures, everybody.
Arsenal starting to get a foothold in the game again.
Here's Hazard. Did he shoot? No.
Nearly 8 minutes to go.
No.
Chelsea have been very poor this game. Very poor.
I think they've had enough of the ball to fashion better results, better chances than they have.
Yeah, definitely.
Arsenal have had a lot of chances, but I think there's been opportunities there for Chelsea in the final third that they've just wasted, to be honest with you. Here's Hazard again. If they get a goal now, it could set it up quite nicely. Hazard holds on to the ball too long as well. That's something he does.
Well, that's the first legitimate save I've seen Leno make there, with that ball just going across the box.
So the next few fixtures in the Premier League, you got Man City playing Huddersfield tomorrow. I'd expect them to win. Spurs Fulham away. I think that's an interesting one. How Spurs can do without the injuries. They could, if they drop points there, that open the door for us and Chelsea and Arsenal. Then obviously it's FA Cup weekend next weekend. Then on the Tuesday there's midweek games, and you've got Arsenal Cardiff at home. So you'd expect Arsenal to win that. United home to Burnley. You'd expect us to win that. Chelsea away to Bournemouth, could be a tough game for Chelsea, that. And Spurs home to Watford, Liverpool home to Leicester, City away to Newcastle. So good result for, you'd expect Liverpool to beat Leicester. So Liverpool getting the favourable results there, fixtures there. The weekend is Tottenham Newcastle. Chelsea home to Huddersfield. You'd expect Chelsea to win that. Arsenal away to City. United away to Leicester. And Liverpool away to West Ham. And
That's
then,
a good weekend of fixtures.
Yeah, and then United away Fulham. Liverpool home to Bournemouth. Man City home to Chelsea. And Arsenal away to Huddersfield. So, and then the 24th of February, United host Liverpool.
There'll probably be a lot riding on that game as well.
The thing is, I don't really want United to have much say in the Premier League title because I want us to beat City and Liverpool at home, so it won't help either.
Yeah. Such a shame the start we had to the season. Yeah, we were
but
playing.
Mourinho could still be in charge, so thank God for small mercies, really.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the way we're playing now, I can't help but think if Ollie came beforehand, possibly like you said after the Newcastle game, what could have been. Maybe not in a title race, but we'd certainly be a lot closer than what we are now. Just under 5 minutes to go. El Nenny's done okay since he's come on. Getting stuck in. Get down that left-hand side.
George, Kyle, if you're about, can you just... Oh, you've already deleted Jacob Smith. Block him altogether. Johnny Meston wants a shout out. Poor clearance by Leno. Here's Bill Oddie. Can he do anything? Good skills. Loses it. Inexperience there. Inexperience of youth. Who scored the second, says Rick Kid Josh. It was off the shoulder of Lauren Koscielny. I'm looking forward to Arsenal next week, Chris, Mickey. Really excited for United Arsenal on Friday. I think it's going to be an open game. To be honest, I don't know about you, Marcus. I've not actually been that impressed with Arsenal second half.
No.
I thought first half they were very good. Second half, they've not really done anything. They haven't really needed to, but if it's anything like the first half, I think United Arsenal is going to be a cracker next Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, Chelsea have had the majority of possession in the second half. They've not really done anything with it, though. They've not created, as you said just now, the chances. Arsenal, they've been in the game in bits and pieces, but again, when they've been on the counter attack, they've not really done anything with it. They had a great chance with on 2 counter attacks. It's in the second half and in the space of like 3 or 4 minutes that should have really got the third goal, to be honest. They've not been fantastic, Arsenal. I don't think there's anything particular to worry about on Friday. Obviously, the danger man is going to be Aubameyang if he plays. But I think the way United are playing at the minute, I'd worry if it's Phil Jones starting. I think you're probably going to have to go with a centre-back pair and a Bailly and Lindelof for me against Aubameyang. So I just think with the pace of Arsenal's forward line, I think Phil Jones will get caught out.
Yeah, also Aubameyang's got a bit of physicality about him as well.
Yeah, I mean Lacazette, he likes to hug that right hand side a bit as well. So it'll be interesting to see if it's. Well, Luke Shaw should probably come back in.
I thought Delay was good today for United, but I don't think he did enough to sort of keep.
I actually thought when he pulled out in the warm-up, I thought Delay would have gone right back and Ashley Young had left. But no, obviously they didn't. But yeah, I'd fancy United to get a result. I really would. There's nothing that worries me about this Arsenal team. I think the amount of energy that they put into the first half has probably seen them drop off a bit in the second half. Yeah, they knew Arsenal needed a result today, so they've got the result. They got what they needed. We got what we needed. We did our business this afternoon. So yeah, look forward to Fridays. So is it a replay if it's a draw?
Answers on a postcard, everybody. We're not sure. What Xhaka's rolling around for there?
Yeah. Actually, I must have a look and see what channel it's on Friday.
I presume it's on the BBC.
Yeah.
Henry Ellis says, "Shout me out, going for Goldbridge." If Man City win the Champions League and Liverpool win the league, Fergie will come out of retirement. I'm telling you, says Sonny. Arsenal are trash, says Goon Squad. I thought they were very good in the first 20 minutes. I didn't really think much of it after that. Mike Hill says, "I just want to say your channel has helped me be excited about football again during the Jose Horry show." Thank you. Good. Well, football's the best sport in the world, so I hope you're enjoying it. Urgent says 8 o'clock show on the United Stand. No 8 o'clock show tonight because the fan cams are going up. I've sort of been doing a little bit of editing of those while we've been live, so massive thanks to Marcus for coming on and everybody else's patience, but I've enjoyed the game. 6 minutes to be added on. Arsenal definitely going to get the win now. They're really looking forward to Friday. And,
few people saying it'll be a replay if it's a draw.
Yeah, I know there was one round where they said it wouldn't be, but replay if it's a draw.
It's a really weird kick-off time, 7:55.
Is it? Is it got, Oh, Chelsea should have scored there, Giroud. Did he miss it on purpose against his old club? That would have set up a very interesting finish if he'd put that away. 5 minutes still after that.
Yes, you got the game. Someone else kicks off at 7:45 and we kick off at 5:02.
I was thinking about going to the Emirates on Friday, actually. I think I'd probably get cheered by the Arsenal fans more than DT. I think Arsenal fans like me better than him, to be honest. But I don't think I am going. I am down there on Tuesday, but I don't think I'm going on Friday because be a pretty big watch along that one.
Yeah, I do like seeing the old rivalries being rekindled again.
Here's Chelsea.
Yeah.
Hazard.
Yeah, I'd hope maybe Chong would get a start Friday or at least be involved in some capacity.
I think he'll go with his first team, I do. Because I think Arsenal will.
I mean, I wouldn't be spitting my dummy out if he did make a few changes. Like we said earlier, I think the top four is more important. And when you look at the fixture list, being in the cups and that in Europe, Europa League and the Champions League, it's going to be a tiring time. So I think the less fixtures, the better. I mean, I'd love to win the competition, but I don't know. I just think the Champions League spot is a little bit more important to United. Especially when you look at the season that we've had as well. Chelsea look absolutely down and out. So just 3 minutes left. Got a man on the match for this one, Mark?
It's got to be an Arsenal player.
I'm thinking Koscielny.
Yeah.
I think
because I think Arsenal were very good attacking wise in the first half, but second half it's been about the defence. So yeah.
Yeah, the two centre back. Well, I mean, the whole back four has done really well, but I think Koscielny for me because of the goal as well. Really just trying to make something happen, but goes wide. In Chelsea, you got like 4, 5 players in the box. Bit too late now to do that. Should have been doing that about 10 minutes ago.
Barkley's just picked up a booking there for a late foul on Guendouzi. Could have got a red for that, fucking hell.
Could have, yeah.
Tell you what, I don't know why the ref hasn't given him a red. Nasty, and if this lad's got a nasty injury out of it.
Yeah. That looked two-footed to me.
I don't know whether it was two-footed, it was just bloody nasty. The second half has been shit. The first half was really good. The first half absolutely flew by. Yeah, let's start the little banter with Arsenal Fan TV. They won't be happy about tonight. They will all have had their scripts out. Rant. Fucking this. Emery out. Get Emery out. We want Ozil. The board. And now they've got to go, oh, this doesn't fit the agenda. We've been having a moan for a month. We've had a good result. What do we do? Oh, I've always liked Emery. Oh, don't worry, I'll be ribbing him this week. They're going to get it big time.
Well, the stuff you're doing Tuesday be on the United Stand channel?
Yeah. We'll do stuff for both. I wouldn't just go down and do it for them.
See, even in these last few minutes, Chelsea have not really carved out an opening. I mean, Giroud probably.
It's funny in a big game, isn't it, to know that it must have been nice for Arsenal fans because you've won this game for the last 40 minutes. It's not been there.
You'd have to be. I think if you look at what Sarri's tried to do, you'd have to be pretty disappointed. I think with his second half. Well, the whole performance in general. They've not carved out a clear-cut chance. The only time they looked threatening was the header that hit the post in the first half. The subs have not had the impact you would have liked. Giroud being the target man, and there's not been. I can't even remember a decent ball into the box, Mark.
No, I know. And just to top it all off, about somebody just said there that Hazard will flop in Real Madrid. He's 28. He's 28. He's absolutely coming. He's probably had his prime years really, or he's in his prime. 28, so he's not been any young. And yet people want to say he's the best player in the world. I mean, look at what Ronaldo and Messi were doing at 28. It's a joke. But anyway, thanks everybody, and thanks to Mad Marcus for coming on. Really enjoyed the first half. I think it's a nice little appetizer for the Arsenal game next Friday, which we'll be doing on the United Stand. I think we're doing Chelsea again. This isn't second leg Chelsea Spurs. I think that's this week.
I think it's Wednesday.
Yeah, so we'll do that as a watch along on here on Wednesday. Well, I will do it. If you can join me, Marcus, if you're about, because we said we would do, and we'll need to see a different Chelsea because they were shit again tonight. But
they were, yeah. Spurs will fancy their chances with the a 1-0 lead as well. So, yeah, hopefully Chelsea sort themselves out before that.
I mean, obviously Spurs have got a game in hand, but an interesting comment in the live comments there. 4 points separate third to sixth.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting.
It's going to be a good one. So I'll probably go right down to the wire. Same as I think the title will probably go right down to the wire as well. Man City are just waiting for Liverpool to slip up, then they'll pounce. Anyone can slip up now from between third and sixth.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a great second half to the season, I think, this year.
Thanks for coming on, everybody, for watching. Link in the video description. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner if you haven't. Lots of content on here this season, so subscribe, get involved. Really enjoyed that game, the right result, really. I did sort of say that I'd like to see Arsenal win it this morning. If United had scored a few more goals, I don't think 4-0 would have been good enough, actually, in the end. So, we're 3 points off Chelsea. That's what I wanted to be. I think 3 points is better than... Obviously, could have been not 6 points instead, but or 4 points. So 3 points is the best thing. What Arsenal do, that won't matter in a couple of weeks. Speak to you all soon. Thanks for watching. Good show, pal.